Hello, and welcome to library class. We're floating in space today, just above the Earth. Can you see? There's the sun, our nearest star, shining down on the side of the planet. Beautiful. Of course, we see the sun every day, shining through the sky, through the clouds and through the trees. But there's an awful lot that we don't know about the sun, and scientists have a lot of questions they'd like to find answers to. I've got some exciting news then, because right now, up in space, there's a very special spacecraft that is getting closer to the sun's atmosphere than any spacecraft has done before. The Parker Solar Probe is made of a very special material that means it can get really, really hot without getting damaged or destroyed. Nobody's inside it, it's a robot craft, and it's being controlled by NASA, the organization that does almost all of the space exploration from our planet, right here on Earth. And what the probe is doing is gathering information. It's taking measurements and taking special pictures and sending those all the way back here to Earth to help scientists begin to answer some of the questions that they have. If you want to find out more about the space probe, and I recommend you do, take a look at NASA's website. They've got great things on their website, but one of the most exciting bits is a list of all their missions, all the things they're doing, and the Parker Solar Space Probe is one of those. Click on that, it'll give you more information, great pictures and videos. I think you'll enjoy it. Right, for now, we're going to explore the sun, but we're not going up into space, we're just going to go out into the back garden. I'll see you there. Now, the sun certainly is out today. I'm sat in the shade, but if I put my arm out here, you can see the sunlight on my arm waiting for me on the other side of the shadow. I am going to go out in the sun today briefly because I want the sun's help in making a picture. I've got a blue piece of paper, coloured paper. You can use any colour, but I find blue to be really effective. And also got a box here of interesting shaped objects. So I've got a brush and some scissors and some other bits of sort of old toys and junk that I found, oh, and a feather that I found lying around. They're going to help us make an interesting image. All right, I'll show you how it works. Follow me. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is put your piece of paper down somewhere in the sun where you don't think anyone's going to step, which can be a little bit difficult to be honest. And then just start laying your objects out. You can do any pattern you like, anything you think is going to be interesting. And once you made your decision, you're going to have to be patient. Give it some time for the effect of the sun to work on the paper. So now I'll do one final little fiddle, and then I'm going to leave it and see what happens in a few hours' time. Well, we have quite a lot of time to go before our sun picture will be ready, so we can spend some of that time drawing a story together. This story is called Arrow to the Sun, and it actually comes from the Pueblo Indian people of present southwest United States. It's a really, really old story, an old myth, all about some early adventures of the sun. Now this man, Gerald McDermott, collected the story and made some wonderful illustrations for it. And I'm going to use the illustrations and some of his words to tell you the story right now. Arrow to the Sun. A long, long time ago, the Lord of the Sun sent the spark of life down to the Pueblo and into the house of a young woman. And in this way, the boy came to the world of men. Well, the boy lived and grew and played in the Pueblo, but the other children were cruel to him. You have no father, they said, and wouldn't let him play in their games. So, one day, the boy, much saddened by the way the others were treating him, said to his mother, I will go and find my father. His mother agreed, and he set off. Now, the first person he came to was the corn farmer who was planting corn in the fields. Please, help me find my father, said the boy. But the corn farmer said nothing and continued planting the seeds. The boy moved on. Next he came to the pot maker. Please, he said, please help me find my father. But the pot maker just ignored him and continued to make her pots. Lastly, the boy went to the Pueblo arrow maker. "Please," he said to the arrow maker, "help me find my father." Well, the arrow maker said nothing, but he was a wise man and he knew that the boy had come from the sun. So, without a word, he changed the boy into an arrow and shot him straight up into the heavens, all the way to the sun, where the arrow became a boy once more. When the boy arrived in front of the Lord of the Sun said, "Who are you?" And the boy said, "I am your son." My son, eh?" said the Lord of the Sun. "Well, we'll see about that. Before I recognize you as my son, you have to pass through 4 special rooms. And in each room, I'm going to make a very difficult test. If you survive each room, then I will see you as my son." "I'll do it," said the boy. "I'm not afraid." "Very well," said the Lord of the Sun. "The rooms are these. First, you must enter a room of beasts. Second, you must enter a room of snakes. Third, you must enter a room of bees. And fourth, you must enter a room of lightning." Well, the boy started his test straight away. He jumped into the room with the wild beasts and he survived. He jumped in the room with all the snakes and he survived. He jumped into the room filled with bees and he still survived. And lastly, he came to the room filled with lightning. Quick as a flash, he jumped in. In the room of lightning, he was transformed and filled with the power of the sun. He jumped out and appeared again before his father, the Lord of the Sun. "Truly you are my son," said the Lord of the Sun. "Now you must go down to earth and spread my spirit among the people." The boy readily agreed, and he was changed back into an arrow. The Lord of the Sun pulled back his bow and shot the boy straight down back to the Pueblo. In the Pueblo, the people saw him and realized he was indeed the son of the sun, and they rejoiced with the dance of life. Well, that's the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, we still, if I'm honest, have a lot of time to wait before our picture is ready, but I'm not going to make you sit here for 5 hours and stare at me. So I tell you what, I'll meet you back outside when the picture appears to be done. I'll see you then, okay? Right, it's been about 5 hours, maybe a little bit more. Let's go and see what we've got. Well, I can already see there's a difference in the colour of the paper. It's much, much lighter than it was before. So I'm going to take the objects off and see what sort of picture we've got. So I think that's a pretty good result. I love it. You can absolutely see where the strong sunshine has bleached the colour out of the paper, but where the objects are on top, it's protected the paper from the sun and left these kind of shadow-like patterns. You can try different colours as well. Here's one that my daughter Matilda made. Look at that. She used red and she got that wonderful pattern. You can try any colour or any patterns you wish to. If you want to have a go yourself and you'd like to send the results that you get to the library email, please go ahead. I'd love to see them. In the meantime, that's the end of library class for today. Take care of yourselves, keep discovering, keep exploring, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.